So back when I was a defense lawyer, I did products liability work, and I do understand product liability pretty well. I'd like to try to bring my experience litigating product liability issues to bear on behalf of cyclists in this current phase of my legal work. But there's a few obstacles, and the number one obstacle is the view that the only safety that an auto manufacturer needs to be concerned with is the safety of the cabin occupants, the people who bought their car and their passengers. But honestly, autos can harm all kinds of people and do harm them, especially in dense, crowded, urban environments like this. They harm vulnerable road users like pedestrians and cyclists all the time in a variety of ways. And there are simple, cheap fixes for the ways that cars cause the greatest harm that aren't adopted because the courts are unwilling to acknowledge that auto manufacturers owe a duty to anyone who could foreseeably be harmed by a vehicle. They should be building warning devices into doors when they open up so that a cyclist can see it and avoid getting doored. They should be requiring mandatory warnings to passengers in cars that they're not to open the door without looking first. They should definitely be required to put shatterproof glass into the side and rear windows of vehicles, because cyclists can be grievously injured from the non-shatterproof glass that's used in those applications. And it's happened to clients who I represent, and it's absolutely horrible. And if people inside the cars were harmed by these types of product defects, corner cutting, cost-saving measures that save a few cents here or there but result in life-changing injuries, if it was the passengers of the cars and the customers who were buying the cars, you can bet they'd fix them. But because courts won't require the car manufacturers to consider the safety of pedestrians and cyclists who are harmed outside the vehicle, the way courts and regulators in Western Europe, in Japan, in many other jurisdictions do, until we get that kind of concern at that level, it's going to be an uphill battle.